Have you been to a meeting?
No.
Never?
No.
You were at a cocktail party later, you found out that
No.
people...
I'm not a communist. I've never been a communist, but technically, yeah, I am.
Radio broadcast, Walter Winchell's show, casually says at the end of the show that America's most popular female television star is a member of the Communist Party. And then also Desi's picture being on the cover of Confidential magazine with another woman and the headline, Desi's Wild Night Out. And that's when all hell broke loose. And it certainly looked like that was going to be the end of I Love Lucy.
We've been through worse than this.
We have?
No.
That's what I thought. The more I got to understand her and see what she was up against and see the way in which she navigated this journey of career and life and love when she was accused of being a communist, I mean, literally, it was like that was all going to be taken from her. You know, I did this show so Desi and I could be together. I had no idea it was going to be a hit. I just thought, wow, the construction department's going to build us a little apartment, and that's where we'll live most of the time. And it worked out.
So she has him, and she has the show, she has the kid, she's got everything. She's the most successful female entertainer in the world, and feels like it could slip away like that.
It's like a story you'd read a little girl. A witch puts a curse on a woman. She'll be adored by the man she loves, but only as long as she stays on this patch of ground.
Well, there was one scene called 126.
It's one of my favorite scenes in the script. Such a great scene that Aaron wrote. It's a brilliant scene.
But it was a powerful one. That's one of the scenes that you read on the script and you read it and you go, that's a great written scene. Now, how the hell am I gonna do that?
Because this is the evening edition headline in the Herald Express.
Desi comes up with this idea of just meeting it head on and getting it out of the way. And Lucy's not so sure this is going to work, but Desi's attitude is, I'm going to just put it out there before the show and let's see.
We want to know, sir, does the FBI have any case against Lucy? Does the FBI have any evidence of wrongdoing? Does the FBI have any reason to believe that Lucille Ball is a communist?
No, absolutely nothing. She's 100% clear.
Thank you, sir. One more question. Will you tell us your name, please?
This is J. Edgar Hoover.
Thank you, sir. Enjoy your evening.
And right after the moment that she's exonerated by none other than J. Edgar Hoover, we find out that the thing that she has been worried about all week has not been Walter Winchell and the communist thing. It's been Desi.
Welcome, my wife and the star of I Love Lucy, Lucille Ball!
They have this scene, it comes right on the crest of this triumphant moment, and it really takes us by surprise. We did not know that this right hook was coming.
Enjoy the show!
Desi has just cleared Lucy in front of the audience, taking that risk and gamble. They reunite behind the set.
Right backstage, right behind the Ricardos' kitchen, and in the seconds before the show is about to begin. I can remember very specifically it being Jeff Cronenwith who took me to that spot on our set and said, look, I think we should do this Lucy-Desi moment here. Here's where we can put the camera.
They've just gone on this enormous emotional roller coaster. It seems like they're in the clear now. You want to hear the crowd, you want to hear the tension building, the show, the anticipation of the show to start. So it was close enough to the audience. They get slightly out of sight, so they can't see this moment. So it's behind the main set, the I Love Lucy living room and kitchen set. We had not designated an area where makeup mirrors were. And so that became an interesting thing. We had done it earlier where we brought Desi in on a Steadicam shot for another scene, 103. And so we stacked the makeup mirrors along there, and that's a beautiful source of light.
It's all over.
Thank you.
It's over now.
Thank you. He's pulled a rabbit out of a hat, and he's done it for her.
They love you.
I love you.
No one's gonna mess with you ever, Lucy.
I thought they were gonna boo.
Unfortunately, Desi's philandering and drinking. You know, he was a real ladies' man. He didn't love them the way he loved Lucy, but this was part of his issue, and it's really what was one of the main things that broke them apart.
You want to do a show?
Have you been cheating on me?
What?
Have you been cheating on me?
Is this a bit?
No.
No, I haven't been.
When you stay out all night, you're on the boat playing cards.
Yes?
You haven't been with anybody else.
What's going on with you, honey?
Don't gaslight me.
Desi has been denying throughout the film that story that was on the cover of Confidential magazine, Desi's Wild Night Out. Desi has been denying that any of that was true. It was just a tabloid. They just made it up.
Where did this come from? I mean, they just cheered for you out there.
They got it right, didn't they?
Lucy.
They only got the picture wrong. Did they get it right? Did they get it exactly right?
Jesus Christ, I just proved out there that the Herald Express got it wrong. You think Confidential magazine? We're about to do a show.
Just
Tell me what you think other than that garbage. Tell me why you think I've cheated on you.
For a little while now, we find out in this scene, Lucy has had proof that the story was in fact true.
And she's sitting on the knowledge that he's unfaithful, that he's been sleeping with other women. It's like the adrenaline and the joy collides with, I'm gonna have to leave you.
That is your lipstick. Remember, you kissed me at the beginning of the week and then took my handkerchief and wiped the lipstick off and put it back in my pocket. And you said you've never done that before.
I hadn't.
Then what the hell are we talking about?
This is my lipstick.
When we think that we've achieved the end of the road, then there is an expected turnaround. For both of us, for Lucy and Desi, a dramatic one that is gonna change their lives forever. And that moment has to be performed. It's written, and you can't really go there unless you really go there.
They were just call girls. They're hookers.
We wanted the love that these two people have to bleed through, no matter what. And all of their flaws, all of the things that they do that hurt each other, and yet they still love each other, and yet she's still gonna leave him. Oh.
It doesn't mean anything, Lucy.
It just breaks your heart. And she had to leave him because that was her dignity and that was her integrity.
The first thing you need is that dialogue. That dialogue is amazing. Second thing you need is a partner. Nicole was amazing. And the third thing you need is a director. Aaron was great in letting us the room to explore. And the fourth thing you need is a lot of luck. Pray and just jump into it. And we both jump into it.
Let's do the show, yeah? Let's just forget about this for a half hour, yeah? Let's do the show. Jim, let's go. It's not gonna get better than this.
Copy that.
It was important to be with each other, Nicole and I. She's a great colleague. She had me, I had her, holding back. And we're getting to the pain of it because it was painful.
Their performances and the words that they said, it was an emotional sequence to shoot. And I looked around and there were several crew members that had tears in their eyes that reacted to it. So I think we won that one.
Instead of smacking him across the face, instead of bursting into tears, instead of walking off the set, he confesses and she kind of cuts him off and says, let's just do the show.
Set up and action.
She wants to get into that living room so bad. The Ricardos' living room, that's where everything works. That's where, Ricky loves Lucy. That's where it all works out.
Lucy, I'm home.
And then at the very end, when he walks in and he says, Lucy, I'm home. Oh, I read that and I went, no way. Aaron, you did not manage to bring it full circle like that. And he did, and that's Aaron Sorkin for you.
And it sets you up for the last shot, which is Lucy standing alone on the set, which was her safety, her comfort area to have a home, and it became the show, and it still didn't work, and that was the isolation.
Sorry, I got lost for a second.
And then the show begins. As we pull up, and we're pulling up through kind of the scaffolding above a soundstage. What the scaffolding is doing is it's putting box after box as we go up around that living room. So we end by just putting the two of them in that patch of ground.
He could give her so many things, but he couldn't actually be at home only with her.